Shocking murders of 4 college students in Idaho. The FBI is joining the manhunt for the killer as investigators return to the crime scene looking for any new evidence that could shed light on the mysterious killings. Mola Lenghi is in Moscow, Idaho with the latest. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, Michael. Police say they believe this was a targeted attack. Now, it's been nearly 1 week since that attack, and still no arrests, no suspects, and police warning the potential threat to the community still remains.
New clues this morning as police search for a killer following the gruesome deaths of 4 University of Idaho students at an off-campus home, 2 roommates surviving. Overnight, a family spokesperson for one of those roommates telling ABC News exclusively the young woman is traumatized and working with the FBI. Idaho State Police telling ABC's Kana Whitworth the 2 surviving roommates have been very cooperative.
Talking with them to figure out what occurred and why. That's their story to tell. Potentially they are witnesses, potentially they are victims. We want to protect
potentially they're the key to this whole thing.
Exactly. Potentially they're the key to this whole thing.
ABC News has learned the survivors did not make the call to 911, which came in several hours after the murders.
Many of our witnesses and people who knew these folks or were housemates are not in town. And so the investigators are having to go wherever they are to try to interview them.
The county coroner releasing the autopsy, confirming all 4 victims were stabbed to death, saying she believes a large knife was used, but it has yet to be determined, quote, whether there were any defensive wounds. At the home on King Street, the Idaho State Police crime lab at the scene, looking for any new evidence. Authorities asking local businesses if anyone has recently bought a fixed blade knife.
Hi.
Welcome back.
This video from early Sunday morning helping investigators piece together a timeline. Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogan seen at a local food truck, laughing and taking pictures just hours before they were brutally murdered, along with Zaina Kernodle and Ethan Chapin. Meanwhile, fear growing in the community as police follow leads.
No one has been ruled included or excluded as a person of interest and or a suspect. Everyone is still being investigated.
I think a lot of people are afraid, and I'm definitely nervous.
Abigail Spencer, editor of the school newspaper, says there is more police presence, but campus is eerie and many students have gone home.
There's still a suspect at large. There is still so much we don't know about the case.
Well, the coroner telling ABC News she believes each victim was stabbed multiple times. Now, the state forensics lab now conducting tests on potential DNA evidence found at the scene that could take weeks to analyze, Michael.
Mola Lenghi, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Joining us now is threat assessment psychologist, Dr. Marisa Randazzo. Doc, thank you for joining us this morning. And Doc, we have 4 brutal stabbings. Police are reportedly trying to track down a specific combat knife. What kind of profile are they putting together on the possible killer?
Couple things they're going to be looking for here with the combat knife that they're looking for. One of the things that we know from targeted attacks is that sometimes the individuals who carry them out will get to a point where they dress as what we in the field call a pseudo commander. They have gotten tactical gear that really shows a commitment to carrying this out. So investigatively, they're going to be looking at recent purchases of this combat knife that they think may be involved, other tactical gear like tactical vests, something that someone may have been dressed at. So they're also going to be asking about witnesses in the area who may have seen someone who is in that type of gear. Now, the other thing they're going to be looking for is information through social media, DMs, things like that, of someone who might have been pursuing one of these roommates or one of the victims because they were interested in a romantic relationship, a fixated pursuit. So they're going to be looking to see if there's any social media indication there, anything in emails that someone was pursuing an interest, fixated, stalking, because this is a very intimate crime that we're talking about here.
And you're an expert in targeted attacks. So do you believe this was targeted and that there was only one killer?
It is highly likely that there was only one killer. I believe it is also very likely they were targeting one of the individuals, possibly 2, but that they've encountered 2 others at the same time. We typically don't see knife attacks, stabbings that are carried out by multiple people. This is typically going to be one person. It's always possibility, but likelihood that it's just one we're talking about.
Dr. Randazzo, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here. to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.